Trump's first impeachment attempt is starting.
Oh, here we go again.
Shri Thanedar. What? Shri Thanedar. I don't know how to pronounce that. A gentleman who somehow looks like George Lopez if he was a gay hairdresser has introduced articles of impeachment. And like the Epstein files being released, this will never happen. Trump has since responded calling them no-named congressmen. I wish one of them didn't have a name, and then I wouldn't look like an illiterate idiot. Get it? Alliteration. That didn't help my case. Not much is known about the only man to have more interesting hair than Trump, but it turns out this guy does actually have a history if you dig.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
The congressman used to own a pharmaceutical company that tested products on dogs, but the business failed, and the dogs were left abandoned in a New Jersey lab. There was a long lawsuit about this, and the congressman said no dogs were harmed. You're a testing lab for pharmaceuticals on dogs, and honestly probably humans, because how the do you get that haircut? I no longer feel bad about pronouncing this guy's name. How does a pharmaceutical company in America fail? Americans have more prescriptions running through their veins than Hunter Biden does every New Year's Eve party.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, sir.
just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show. Draco Malfoy was in the White House press room.
That the White House is crawling with kids. You have a young, beautiful baby boy. There are babies everywhere. There's so many young folks on staff who have kids. But the last 4 years under Joe Biden, parents were really stressed and ravaged. They had to take on 2 or 3 extra jobs. Depression rates were up. You're a very high-profile young mother who seems to juggle and balance it all beautifully. What advice do you have to young parents out there who are starting their careers, having kids, building families, and trying to find that balance so desperately?
Draco, your question was so bad, I'm giving 10 points to Hufflepuff. The Trump administration has been letting influencers into the White House press briefing room to ask questions, and not any good ones like, has Trump ever tried Coke Zero? How does Pete Hegseth like his martinis? And does Marco Rubio get half off all of his suits for being so little?
Don't worry about it, little Marco.
No, the influencers are actually just making it about themselves, including Dom Lucre, self-proclaimed breaker of narratives, being one of them, who posted more photos of himself on the podium than videos of his actual questions. First off, this guy isn't even a journalist. He's a gossip channel at best. See? That's breaking news, Dom. Robert De Niro's kid becoming Optimus Prime is breaking news. For who? Libs of TikTok followers? And then when NBC reached out asking Dom about how it went, he posted this tweet saying he sent them a video of Michelle Obama dancing with Ellen DeGeneres thinking it was some kind of burn. I know schizophrenics on the corner that make more sense than that. But it gets worse. I don't know how, but it does. Jack Posobiec, the guy who filed a police report because he was trying to own the libs at a Democrat speech, yet they owned him. You single-handedly set conservatives back 10 points just from that video. Sorry, Hufflepuff, send them over here. And then you had this chick lying about Trump's approval rating.
In order to secure the 2026 midterms for the Republican Party and keep his approval rating historically high.
You can like Trump, but saying his approval rating is the highest it's ever been is as honest as Hillary Clinton's tax returns. I didn't think I could hate journalists more, but I hate this the most. This is the worst psyop I have ever seen. Propaganda used to be good. The posters were creative. The Pentagon helped fund Iron Man. Iron Man. American Sniper made everyone proud to be an American. But this! You people have Draco Malfoy pretending to be nice. We all know he isn't. We saw Harry Potter. I understand the idea of what the White House is trying to do. We know CNN is lying more than Elon is on camera crying. And the idea of giving power to the new media is smart. But there is more glaze in that room than the world's biggest Krispy Kreme. Now, I don't know who half these people are, which pisses me off. No one knows who I am. Where's my invite? I have all the requirements to be a journalist. I lie, I type fast, and I have podcast equipment. Tell me when and I will be there. But the Marco Rubio suit question stays.
Don't worry about it, little Marco.
Tariffs may have ruined my people's culture. Temu and possibly Shein have started displaying tariff charges at checkout. Shein getting hit with tariffs during festival season is a crime against my culture. white. The white girl economy will struggle through this. Coachella outfits may never be the same. Sundresses at wineries may never flow freely in this country again. This will set my culture back a few thousand Instagram likes. I'm not even a Temu supporter. I've tried to use it when they said they were selling a Sauron dupe for $50. I know it's a scam, but let a man dream. But Temu won't be missed. You can't even use it. There's a spinning discount wheel for 20 minutes when you go onto the site, and when I download the app like it asks, I just started getting selfies of Asian women. No, seriously, I did. It was really weird. I can explain getting an e-bike to the door, but not selfies from an Asian woman to my Latina fiance. So f*** you, Temu. But this isn't the only company that wants to start displaying tariff charges. Amazon has pissed off Trump. It was rumored that Amazon would display the cost of tariffs on the price at checkout. The Trump administration, according to themselves, is the most transparent administration in history, and they responded accordingly.
I will take this since I just got off the phone with the president about Amazon's announcement. This is a hostile and political act by Amazon. Why didn't Amazon do this when the Biden administration hiked inflation to the highest level in 40 years?
Hostile? You put a hostile tariff on other countries and talked about it nonstop. This administration sounds like a toxic ex who is secretly still in love with Biden. And now, Twitter armchair experts then hopped on to Twitter to say Amazon stock's falling. That's not even 1%. Do you people read? But don't worry. This was soon remedied after Trump called Bezos, and this is an actual recording of their conversation.
You remove the tariff charge, or I will have Alon start delivering packages. Take your whole paper route. You bald-headed Mr. Worldwide looking at.
That was real, okay? Trust me. I'm a journalist. We never lie. Trump televised his first 100 days cabinet meeting.
Well, Mr. President, they say I wear a lot of hats. It's true.
That's what gets laughs? I will wear 3 bucket hats if it means I get laughs.
Even my hat has a hat.
Oh my We know. We can see it. You don't need to tell us, Elon. This is like dealing with a 3-year-old that got a hold of all of the money in the world and wants to start putting microchips in people's brains. We have to laugh, or else he will just download Windows 95 into our brains until we're slow enough to think he's funny. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, also spoke.
Pam?
President, your first 100 days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country. Ever. Ever. Never seen anything like it. Thank you.
You know what's worse than a teacher's pet? An Ozempic Hillary Clinton.
Kids are dying every day because they're taking this junk laced with something else. They don't know what they're taking. They think they're buying a Tylenol. Or
Who the is buying Tylenol off the street? Also, that might just be Tylenol. Have you read the warning labels on Tylenol? It's borderline lethal.
Since you've been your last 100 days, which saved, are you ready for this, media?
Oh, yeah, go, I guess.
258 million lives.
258 million 258 million lives? That's like, one sec. $72% of the US population, or like all of the people at Coachella, it feels like. How is that even possible? I'm no mathologist, but that doesn't even make sense. I know these jokes are a little mean, and I hope making fun of this lady doesn't get me in trouble.
I'm signing death warrants.
Come on, I was kidding. You don't look like an Ozempic Hillary Clinton. You just both buy your pantsuits from Women Boss Warehouse.